Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario, man. You are in the yo with your boy, Beatober 2023. And we're working on beat number 14 right there, man. Beat number 14. That's what we're working on today. And what we're going to be talking about is 4 tracks only in this particular production today and seeing what we can come up with. Now that should be an easy feat, but it's hard, and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be hard. Now, when you're doing this, you have to kind of think about track selection. That is the challenge. Now, of course, this is gonna really suck up your track selection. Uh, you got to think about it like this: what are you gonna use? Are you gonna create a track with drums? You know what I'm saying? You got bass, and then at least 2 more open tracks. Okay, so now you have to think about a melody. So now that's 3. And then after that, do you want to go with percussion to support the drums? Or do you want to go with a counter melody? Or do you want to go with kind of like vocals? Do you want to put pads in there? Do you want to put plucks and stuff like that? So that 1 extra track or even 2 tracks is kind of like challenging on how you're going to do it, but it depends on what you do with the 808 or bass sound or your drums. Or maybe you don't need the bass and you take that out and you got the drums and then you have 3 more tracks to choose from. And so that kind of makes you figure out, you know what I'm saying, the track selection, like, man, where I'm going to do, what I'm going to do with this or whatever the case may be. So it's very important to kind of understand, you know what I'm saying, how you're going to do your track selection and everything like that when it comes to, what I want to say, figuring out what instruments you want to use in here. And like I said, of course, you're going to have the drums in there because you're going to have a rhythm or percussion. You know, you need that rhythm track or whatnot. Then you just can't really complete a production without rhythm for as drums are concerned. So that's already one gone. Everything else is kind of up in the air because you could choose whether you want that bass or not, and everything else is freestyle after that, man. So without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up into able to live, man. And while we getting that prepared, I just want to say appreciate everyone checking out the videos and stuff like that for Beatober. We basically passed the halfway point, and I'm just getting to the halfway point for us, the challenge list, and just to show you guys the challenge list. Here it is, and you can see our progress, the videos that we have created. And I have a playlist on the channel, so if you want to go through and check back the old videos, you're definitely more than welcome to. But you know, we skipped 11 and 12 because that was 6/8 and 6, creating a beat in 6/8 time signature. Uh, that would have been difficult, stuff like that. And then we also have halftime drop, which I didn't understand what that was entailing. But we definitely worked on something major, which was pretty cool. Created like a little country hip hopish type of track, and then now today we're on 4 tracks only. The next one's gonna be set a timer, so we're just gonna see how quick I can make a beat, and for you as well. I'll probably turn the mic off on that particular uh, streaming or whatnot. Just do my introduction, pop up the mic, and don't talk, and see how fast it'll take me to create a full production or whatnot, as far as a beat is concerned. And then number 16, I may go in there and not make a beat and talk about delays and reverbs, what they do, different types, and everything like that. And, you know what I'm saying, go through some examples of what I have in my studio or whatnot, man. So, yeah, we'll keep it going, man. And knock this bad boy out, and hopefully we can you know what I'm saying, I can get a day where I can knock out some of these things and everything like that to get to the end line. But we're on a race to get to the finish, and everything like that. So that's what that is, man. We're gonna go ahead and get in able to live right now and discuss how we're gonna do that. All right, so drums. All right, cool. What we want to do is establish drums, or we can go and think about how we're going to put this together, because this is a thinking exercise. Just because you see 4 tracks only, oh man, that's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pop, 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 pop. But then if it doesn't make sense for us sonically and how it's going to sound as a full production, you know what I'm saying? You have to kind of like figure that part out right there. So, we could think about a loop to get started, and then that can help us out as well. But that loop has to have a lot of different things in there, but 4 tracks only. So that means we can use audio loops, we can use other things to help us out. So let's do that. Let's challenge ourselves because we're it says 4 tracks only, but doesn't mean we're limited to how many instruments we can put on 4 tracks. That's the catch. So another way you can think about this is that you can create, let's say, 4 instruments, 4 separate instruments, and bounce them down into one audio track to make it sound like a full mix. And you guys gonna learn something about consolidation. This is one of those techniques that they had to learn back in the early 90s and the 80s, especially home recordings when bands and garage bands or small studios only had a 4 track tape recorder, or some of the Porter studios where they had to consolidate a lot of instruments down into 4 tracks. Or even if you had a smaller recording console, you still had to record many different parts and bounce them down into one track, or saying one recorded track or whatnot. And that's the practice I think we're going to do today, man. So let's get up in here and kind of learn a little something on consolidation. I think this is really the teaching tool and the challenge of 4 tracks only. All right. So let's go ahead and bust out Arcade. I've been using it a lot in a couple of videos as far as these um beats are concerned. And what we're gonna do is basically challenge ourselves to use and consolidate and create what we want to create. So I don't really know. Let's do melody right in here. And let's go here and let's see here. I kind of want to get a variety of things that I want to look for. Let's go back to home. This is a recommendation for me. Recently used the latest. And let's go to this see all. I wanted this is for the vocals. Nope. Yeah. Vocals, club sounds, drums. Let's start out with drums here. Let's go to the see all button. And yeah, it's just not allowing us to uh do certain things here. I'm checking a message here. Let's see here. All right. Let's go to B-Box here. This is a new one. I think this is gonna be more that type of B-Box. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what that is, and I'm not really feeling that. So, let's do some randomization picking here, and let's go to Crate and see what they got here. I like the orchestra sound they have in this particular collection. Mm. Oh, I like that. lot to choose from in here. That's good. Just pressing on. Oh, here it is. You know what? I'm gonna challenge myself, and I'm gonna play with this one right here. I like that. I don't like that reverb. So this has the drums in it. Interesting. I like it, but it has the drums in there. I'm not really feeling that. Let's find another line, and I think I know what I'm gonna go with. Let's see here. Looking at sheriff's department passing by my house, creeping also for whatever reason. Let's see. Right, let's do that. We're gonna make something modern. I'm actually feeling that. We're gonna try to make something modern, which is kind of hard to put in 4-track. So all right, so now the challenge of this is, let's say for instance you had a session guitarist in here, and you still record that like this. And you have that loop going on right there. All right, we're gonna stop it right there. All right, and what we could do now is you'll have, let's say, another track here, and we can only add 4 tracks, so we have a 4-track rule, right? So we duplicate this. All right, so we have to duplicate this, and we're gonna get rid of this MIDI track. All right, this is gonna be reserved for the drums, and we'll have an audio track. Now we can take this and come here. All right, here we go. And so we have those instruments panned, and we can come back and, you know, saying do something with that. So we'll record this top one here, and actually let's stop that. Let's redo that, and let's add a little bit of verb. All right, here we go. Now, I want you guys to notice that we have these hard pan because we're creating a stereo image. All right. All right, there we go. So we're creating a stereo image, and now that we have these two together, we're playing 2 tracks, right? All right, so now what we could do is just consolidate those 2 into one. So we could pull audio from, actually, you know what? Let's do this. We just take this and we can group these together. That makes for 2 tracks, right? And you can do one or two things. You can actually, would it give us the option to freeze it? No. So what we have to do is take this audio that's sung to the group, create an audio track, right? And then we can, you know what I'm saying, audio to 5 and record that. All right. So on record, here we go. Record that in. Now the loops. Oh shit. I was talking in there. Let's do that again. All right. All right. We're taking the audio from group. There we go. All right, and let's just keep that on the master. Audio to master track. There we go. All right, and we'll just pull it from there. And here we go. All right, so you can see the loop right here, the 8-bar loop. Bam, right there. We'll stop that. All right, and so we'll take that off of there. And now we just confirm that we have this playing back. It's soloed on this track. So we took those 2 arcade devices and we grouped them together, made a group track, and then we took the audio from the group track, recorded it down into an audio track. Boom, there you go. So now you created 2 different separate tracks and you consolidated into one audio track. That simple and easy and quick in Ableton Live. Can't speak for any other DAW out there. So now we can go in and we can add some drums. So let's say, for instance, we go hunting for some drums in here, and let's say we go look for a loop, right? And I'm in the drum folder. Hopefully I can find a drum loop in here that's worth something. Let's see. Not that. Let's see here. We're just gonna try to get some drum loops in here really, really super quick. Let me type drum loop in here. I kind of want this to be a quick little video just to attenuate, you know what I'm saying, creating, you know what I'm saying, consolidating, you know, multiple tracks into one, or actually 4 tracks. All right. That's the challenge. It's not about how many instruments or the quality of instruments. It's about having 4 tracks only. And I just want you guys to understand that it's a different angle. All right. And so let's play this. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. We can actually let's do Afro. It's actually that Afro type sound is actually it actually sounds pretty good. Let's see. Let's play that. Okay, I like that. I kind of like that one right there. Now, let's go ahead and create that. All right, so you can see that we have the guitar situations in here, and we can have this drum track in here. So that's basically we're using 2 tracks right now, because this one I don't have anything on it. It's just kind of like my default drum rack. So we just go ahead and cut that out of there because we got drums here. Bring that tempo down a little bit. All right, so you need a bass. Like, all right, cool. So let's go ahead and hunt for a bass instrument here. And this is where it's gonna get real hard, because we sound like we got a lopsided, incomplete track. So we're gonna go ahead and add this log drum instrument, which is gonna act as our bass. And I think that was in C sharp minor. Let's go ahead and find C sharp minor. So that will be so we can go ahead and record that. There we go. I kind of messed up on that. I kind of wanted to keep it bouncy though. Here we go. All right, cool. And all right, so you got that going on, right? So now if you really look at it, we actually have like 3 tracks moving. So you have that 4th track, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, this is where it gets tough. It's like, okay, what do I have to consolidate now, because I need like a piano in there. So that bass line actually can act as a drum. Now check this out. Now we got 4 tracks. Now we're gonna cheat a little bit, all right? But technically we're not cheating. Check this out. We can do this. We can take that that log drum, which is, you can argue a log drum, and you know what I'm saying, I don't make Afro piano type of beats or Afro beats a lot, but you could technically, you can call a log drum a drum or a bass, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. But we're gonna consolidate that with the drums, because now, because there's a log drum, it's still acting as a rhythm in a percussion format, in my opinion. All right, so we're gonna group that together, and that will basically make it 2 tracks. So now when I hit play, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now we can get in here, that frees us, and we now can add 2 tracks to that. And what we could do is let's see here. Let's go to heat up right here. All right, and we're gonna go to this Afro trap thing. Now we can kind of go in here and, you know, add what we can, because my piano type beats has that melodic deal, or whatnot. All right, so let me do something real quick. Let me get what key I'm in real quick here. Let's go to auto tune here. Right, and let's see what key we in right here. So we're in E major. Very interesting. All right, so cool. Now we got to get really, really, really creative on our sound selection here, because we only got like 2 tracks left. We have to find a sound that can act as we could play 1 octave and 2 octaves to really kind of build on the sounds that we got. So you know what I'm saying? Just let the music lead you. This is getting hard. Just trying to find that right sound. All right, so we're not getting nothing from the keys. I'm not getting nothing. Let's go to some guitars here. All right, let's just go ahead and roll with it. Let's redo that. I'm kind of fumble on those notes. All right, and let's go ahead and clean that up real quick for as the loop is concerned. Alrighty, and let's number one, bring out that velocity and that note length. Shorten it up a little bit. All right, cool. So we got that right, and we can add another one. And what we can do is, this is going to be tough, all right? So let's go ahead and let's see here. Let's try to figure out what we can add to this particular track right here. Let me see here. I don't know what we're gonna go with, so let's see here. So we can kind of add a high part up there, something kind of like in the next register, and I think that'll do. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is look for let's see here. I can kind of go here. Let's pull up another heat up 3. We're gonna keep it in that same Afro trap deal, but let's this is hard. Cause it's like this is the last sound possibly. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard. Let's play this one. right, cool. Let's play it back. Now, y'all remember the group track, right? So what we're going to do is combine these two together. And we can highlight and group. Y'all going to learn something about if it's alive, all right? With the challenge of what you're doing. So we're grouping this together. By way, we have 3 tracks. If we, collapse them together, right? So we actually over our limit. So what we're going to do is take that audio track that we got here on the pink track and those drums that we got. We got to make some room, right? So we're going to just commit this to audio, but I don't because that's our rhythm. I kind of want to keep that. So what I'm going to do here is just basically take the audio from the group track right here in the pink, and we're just going to record that. All right. And let's do this. We'll just unsolo that and mute that, record this, and we'll just record that in there. Here we go. Alrighty. So this makes it difficult. All right, so we basically have that. We got an 8-bar loop right here. We can go ahead and get rid of this. So once we do this right here, all right, so now we can cut that out of there. Now we're down to 3 tracks, or in essence 4 tracks. But by way, because we have this group, we have 3 tracks. All right, so all right, let me do this. Let me put like a clipper on here. Let me get this situation here so we can actually get this sounding somewhat of a finished sound here. All right. Now check this out. Got 3 tracks. Now we can finish this off. Now you have to be really, really careful on what you can choose. Whether you want to add like another rhythm for us, like a guitar, like a, and that where the arrangement can come in. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys a trick here, and this is where you kind of like, this is where producers really shine at, because you can think, well, I can add like a Telecaster in there and then switch it up. And this is let me just show you. Okay, all right, let me just show you. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a Telecaster guitar, right? Because you can do a lot with a Telecaster. You can make it a lead guitar, or you can make it a a rhythm. All right. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and patch this out. Let's go ahead and get this ready and patch this bad boy out here. I don't have it hooked up correctly like I want, so let's do this really quick, y'all. Let me get my patch cables ready. All right, and what I'm gonna do here is is basically I'm gonna utilize this what I got over here as a damn, my wires ain't gonna reach. Let me move that over here. I'm gonna utilize this multi-track, multi-effect pedal that I have here, and I'm gonna put it in a solo. So we can do something like that. So now you can actually do that. Now we can play different patterns because we have one guitar we're going to utilize. All right. That is the 4-track only. You know what I'm saying? So the normal person that probably would see this challenge as 4 tracks. Okay, I'm just going to create 4 different sounds. No, that's the challenge. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand like what you're going to do with those 4 tracks. It's not about the sounds. What can you do with those 4 tracks? That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? This really kind of it really kind of makes you think outside the box, all right? So let's go ahead and hook up our wiring here and everything like that. We're going to go ahead and patch out into the into this bad boy right here. Let's go ahead and get the audio effects, external audio effect here. Really quick. All right, here we go. And what we're going to do to get to that particular guitar pedal over here is that we are going to go audio out 8 through my patch bay, which you guys, if you can't see here, this is our patch bay here. Give you guys like a bird's eye view. So we're coming out patch 8 here, and that's going to run into this compressor over here. If I was to turn that on, and it's not on because I don't have my yeah, let me turn these bad boys on here. There we go. All right, y'all saw my goddamn hands and everything like that. Goddamn, boy, y'all ain't shit looking at me. Oh, that's right. I ain't got no power hooked up over here. No freaking duh. We don't have any power hooked up over here at all. That's got power, but we don't have power over here. So let's get some power over here to this particular there we go. All right, so we got the power here, and that's just gonna be act as a, and we'll choose the audio from 7 and 8. All right, yeah, we're going in 7 and 8. All right, so again, this is we're coming back in. So we went out 8, and we coming stereo out. You can see here the left gray, right red, and we're coming back in 7 and 8 on the patch bay that's actually hooked up to the interface Scarlett or whatnot. All right, so now that we got that situated here, we can go ahead and get in here, and that's what we have right there. We got a reverb on, so let's get into the edit window and turn that reverb off. If you guys want to see what I'm doing, I don't have it hooked up with the software, so never mind. But what I'm gonna do here is just kind of show you guys what I'm doing here. I'm gonna turn that reverb off, and let's get like a amp here. We have like a Fender Twin. What this is? Nah, this is a super reverb Fender type of remake here, but let's get something clean, semi-clean, like a jazz, more of a jazz amp head. All right, and we have let's choose the microphone we need. I'm gonna go with a Sennheiser E906 emulated mic here, and let's go with a delay. Cool. That what was that right there? Got caught in the trance there for a second. All right, so let's add a little bit more reverb in that. Delay. So, and that won't sound good with the lead, so. Or maybe it will. So let's add a reverb to that. And go here to the reverb. Let's add a shimmer reverb. All right, let's hit play. All right, turns it down a little bit too much. And we're not gonna record. Well, actually, let's do it. And let's hit play. yeah, so we can just come up with something simple like that. And let's do that again. I got some wires that's in the way. All right, let me move that real quick. All right, here we go. All right. Had some wires in the way. My bad, y'all. All right, let's do that with again. All right, let's play that back. Let's go ahead and compress that real quick. So what I'm doing is just compressing that. Now we're playing with the EQ. Cool. So we got that little rhythm in there. Now check this out. So we can play. Now we got 4 tracks, right? Now check this out. So what we're gonna do is just basically take what we got here, and we can take what we got here, and now we're gonna do our you know what I'm saying, arrangement. So we can play that here. We can actually save that Yeah, so because that's got that string in there, let's go ahead, and we really don't need that anymore either. And we could just delete that, cut that, yeah. So let's go ahead and add this part in here. Uh-oh. Let's do this. I'm sounding off with this. And let me check something here. I may have some effects on that I don't need to have on. Let's turn that shimmer down. That's weird. It's doing something weird. That is really, really weird. Interesting. Let's do this right here. Let's take out the bass on the amp. That's what it maybe have. And let's do this. Let's add an EQ in here. All right, let's bring that back up. So I'm just basically adding this EQ in. So let's play that now. It should help out. All right, let's go ahead and do it. And I fumbled all over that. Let's do it one time. Yeah, I'm fumbling all over it. I'm just trying to get the part right. All right, let's go back to the next. And let's go down to the next arrangement. let's do our little mute situation. Turn on the reverb. And let's play that back in. Turn on the reverb a little bit. And Cool beans. So that was 4 tracks right there. That was the challenge. Even though we used, I think, a total of 8 different instrument sources, we consolidated them down into 4 tracks. So that was the challenge. Use 4 tracks only. So even though we live in a dull world now, and we're not conformed like it was back in the early 90s and the late 80s and the 70s and stuff like that, where they had to basically take a lot of band instruments or a lot of instruments or different sources and consolidate those down into 4 or even 2 track tape. Here it is right here, man. So that was a little bit challenging. It wasn't challenging, it was basically challenging because you have to train your mind as saying, what can I consolidate into a 2-track form or a 1-track form? Can I take, the same instrument source and consolidate it in that 1 track? Can I take drum and bass and put it together in 1 track? Can I take 2 melodies or 1 melody and a counter melody and put it in 1 track or whatnot? That was the challenge, you know what I'm saying? And even though we got something corny and whatnot, little fake piano type of beat or whatnot, it was still a challenge that you had to kind of put in there or whatever. And it was pretty good because hopefully to you, it makes sense that, whatever you can consolidate to make your track count better. It could be easier on your CPU. It could be easier on, you know what I'm saying, to make track room for whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Or even for stems, you just don't want to have like mixing 16 tracks of audio or whatnot. Especially like if it's, let's say you start the arrangement and you only got like a bum bum bum, you know what I'm saying? And we could add some brass in there. Bum bum. You know what I'm saying? But we got 4 tracks only. So let's say for instance you needed that bum 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 bum. You know what I'm saying? We could add that a little bit more on here, but I don't think I can squeeze. You know what? Nah. For arrangement purposes and for my beat tape that I'm gonna do off of the Beatober 23, it just wouldn't work. I had to listen to see if I could take that guitar that we did and put it in with these guitars right here. Yeah, it just wouldn't work or whatnot, man. So yeah, that was the challenge right there. So you know what I'm saying, just remember, like, if you have instruments that can go together and mesh together, by all means consolidate them into that. And the lesser the track count, the better for you and whatnot. But just make sure that the instrument and whatever other instrument that you're gonna put and fuse together, they marry each other, they coexist with each other or whatnot. And that is it for today, man. Hopefully this video served your purpose right, and understanding that how to consolidate different instruments down into a single track form and only to work with 4 tracks could be a challenge for you. So you don't necessarily in your own time have to use 4 tracks. Let's say for instance, we could have challenged ourselves to use only 8 tracks and try to consolidate all that down, which I try to do because I try to keep a track count right here in my view, you know what I'm saying, in Ableton Live. So I have enough real estate to add, you know what I'm saying, 4 more tracks, and I try to do that, you know what I'm saying, without letting you guys know when I'm on YouTube or whatnot. But I try to consolidate all those 8 tracks down and stuff like that. But even with drums, you know what I'm saying, let's say for instance you use a drum machine and it's an 8-track drum machine. Think about it like this: that's 8 different sounds you're utilizing on one stereo track. But if you were to multi-track that, you'll have 8 tracks that you got to deal with that have pop, pop, you know what I'm saying? So you can consolidate that down. So if you go pop, 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 you know what I'm saying, you can actually mix that little pop, you know what I'm saying, you can mix those 2 different percussion sounds into one track. Why sit up there and do the bother of pop, pop, you know what I'm saying, when you can do it in 2? So it's that thought process. And some of these challenges, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna talk about them in videos and whatnot, if God spare, and stuff like that, and really explain that process. But in the meantime though, man, hopefully this video serves you purposely in how to consolidate sounds into one track or whatnot, man. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, man. Subscribe to the channel for more videos and stuff like that, and the continuance of Beatober 2023, beat number 14, 4 tracks only, man. We have survived, and I'm gonna play around with this and you know, get this sounding good and do a little cosmetic clean it up or whatnot. So if you want to stick around for that, if not, man, catch you on the beat side, and I'm just gonna put the mic up and shut up, and you can watch the rest of what I do. And if not, get you on the flip side, man. Your boy Super Mario, man. You've been in the yo with your boy Super Mario. We out. that right there. And we out of here, man. Peace.